Hey, what's going on guys, Khraze here, welcome back to Marvel's Avengers, and today we have some more updates and fixes. It seems that Crystal Dynamics is working really hard on a big update patch fix that should hopefully bring us all the necessary fixes that I'm sure you are desperately needing. So if you've been paying attention for the past few days, or even if you just play the game regularly, you've likely encountered many bugs, many issues, like maybe you had some of your unlocked outfits disappearing, maybe you saw that your hero challenge cards were simply not unlocking when completing those challenges, and maybe you had other performance issues like, for example, infinite loading screens, crashes, low FPS drops. Well, there's going to be a big patch coming up really soon. So let's jump right into it with all of the details, and as always, a thumbs up on this video would also be super appreciated. Nonetheless, earlier today, Marvel's Avengers official Twitter account came in with this announcement. So we are scouring social media, Discord and Reddit for your bug reports and feedback. Please see this post for some known major issues, workarounds and insight into reporting. So we are going to talk about this since this contains some fixes before the update actually goes live. So you might want to try a few of these before the update comes live so that you don't actually have to do any of that waiting. But I will say this, go ahead and also join that Play Avengers Discord. It's the official Marvel's Avengers Discord. There's Reddit moderators over there, there's developers over there, and if you want to hear news about upcoming fixes, and if you even more so want to talk about your bugs and report them, that's also a pretty good place to go into. Now, one of the first problems that I saw a lot of people having was the fact that they kept falling through the helicarrier, and unfortunately that kind of breaks your game because you can't get back to it and you're stuck like that. So there is a potential workaround when on your platform. Before you launch the game, have a friend send you a strike team invite, and once you connect, leave the strike team and you should be able to resume your campaign. If you don't have any friends, go ahead, leave a message down below to this video and post your platform and maybe your username so that somebody else might connect with you and you can go ahead and do that, or otherwise go on to that Discord server that I was talking about and you will definitely find some people over there willing to help too. But one major issue that a lot of people had, luckily not me so far, was the fact that outfits kept disappearing, and even though you would unlock them, after like a few seconds, especially after previewing them, they would get locked again. So the first thing that you should do is to stop previewing outfits and any cosmetics altogether, as that seems to be the bug that is causing it. Second of all, Crystal Dynamics has acknowledged that they are working on a fix, and rest assured that you will get all of your cosmetics back, no questions asked. So for those of you who are having outfits purchased in the marketplace or earned through the challenge cards relocked, please note that relaunching your game should bring them back. Rest assured that you will not be losing any of these outfits, and they're going to continue to investigate and bring everything back to normal. Another very important one that I'm sure you already saw a fix for was the challenge card points not actually unlocking. So you basically have your battle pass or challenge cards, you go in, complete these missions, the dailies and the weeklies, and all of a sudden you see that you aren't actually getting any progress, and that was actually the bug that got resolved yesterday. So according to the post over here, not only have they fixed this issue with the hero challenge cards and you should be able to go ahead and get all of those points right now, but they are also looking into retroactively granting all of the lost points back to the players who gained them but didn't get any levels on the challenge cards, which actually sounds really awesome. I'm really hoping for a big patch, hopefully on Monday or maybe sometimes next week, depends, but it does seem that they are planning to add quite a bit to the game back, so this is actually already pretty good news. Furthermore, there's also a kind of workaround, or well, a couple of workarounds for the infinite loading screen glitch. So basically the first one is you have to go in, access the main campaign from the word table in the Avengers initiative. If you don't know how to do this, basically in the Avengers initiative, go in and press arrow up on your D-pad, and once you do that, you're gonna see that this screen appears right here where you can choose between the reassemble campaign and the Avengers initiative by pressing R1 on your controller to kind of switch between these. So switch to that reassemble and see if you can do that and see if that is going to work. If not, then there's a second one. So when on your platform, before you launch the game, have a friend send you a strike team invite. Once you connect, leave the strike team and you should be able to resume your campaign. If neither of these work, then go ahead and fill out a ticket in your customer support page, because there's nothing you can do at this point, but hopefully with these two they should work as they did for me as well. Finally, the other issue that was resolved was with the community challenges. I think that currently the challenge requires us to kill 1 million synthoids. I think that that was the last number that I saw. Initially it didn't load for a number of days, it kept showing like 0, even though I'm pretty sure I already alone killed like 100,000 of them, because you're just killing them left and right. Nonetheless, that has been also addressed. It seems that there was never an issue, it just was on our end, but at their end they were able to see all of the numbers over there. So now it should be updated, you should be able to see it basically in your launch screen. So when you go over there in the main screen where you choose between the Avengers initiative or the main campaign, you are going to be able to see it right there in the top right corner of the screen. But otherwise, these have been some of the major issues that were presented in this big blog post right here. Obviously, this is a new launch, this is a new game. Usually when games like these get launched, there are issues around that time, and of course you should expect something like this. They are also working from home, so I guess that they can take a pass right now. Personally, I hadn't got many of these issues. The only one that I had up until now was the one with the hero challenge cards, and even in that case I didn't complete more than one mission at that point, and now it's fully resolved for me. So I hope that everything gets back to normal. I think that it shouldn't take more than a few days until that happens. Otherwise, pretty smooth experience on the PS4 Pro outside of some performance drops. But again, let me know down below what has your experience been like. I know that some of you PC players are having some really major issues because the performance over there seems to be the worst of the bunch, and I'm also seeing like a ton of others in there too. Speaking of performance issues, I saw that many of you guys reacted to one of my yesterday's videos about leveling in more than 2 hours. I think that a lot of people are not doing that properly, either that or there are some fixes being applied on different platforms. On the PS4 Pro, which is the one that I'm playing, the trick still works. At the time of making this video, I'm able to level up other characters too, so it works for me. The only problem is with Kamala Khan, because her third wave challenge is to actually stay alive, and this doesn't give her enough room to take down enemies. So Kamala Khan is the only one that cannot benefit from that last trick in the last video from yesterday, but she can still go ahead and do all of the other tricks with the hives, with the iconic missions, with the villain sectors. Those still work really well, and basically that was the rule that I tried explaining in the beginning of the video, but nobody paid attention to it. Nonetheless, this is it for now with all of the news and information. I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. In the meantime, if you did enjoy this video at any point, make sure you leave a like on it, maybe even consider subscribing and activating that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.